Hello students, myself Dr. Dilip Pipada, Associate Professor in Economics, Seth Mathura Das Binani Government PG College, Nathudwara. In this video, we will discuss a topic from business economics as well as microeconomic, and the topic is theory of demand and supply. From this topic, already we have in our first video we have discussed what is demand and the definition of demand and the determinants of the demand. In next video we have discussed law of demand, types of demand, contraction and expansion of the demand, increase and decrease of demand, and various from the chapter of demand. In today's video we will discuss the elasticity of demand. So the very first we should know what is the difference between law of demand and elasticity of demand. Law of demand says if other things remain same, if price of a commodity will increase, then the demand for the commodity will decrease. If the price of a commodity will decrease, then the demand for the commodity will increase. So it's a qualitative statement. How much price, if change in price is 10 rupees and change in quantity is 20, what will the elasticity, what will the elasticity? We can't measure. So we can say that the law of demand is a qualitative statement, but in elasticity of demand we can measure the difference, proportional change between the price and proportional change in demand. So the elasticity of demand is the ratio of change in quantity demanded and change in price. So as far as the elasticity is concerned, we can say it's a quantitative measurement of demand. A law of demand is only the qualitative measurement. From this we can say that this is normal goods, this is inferior goods, this is substitute goods, complementary goods, income effect, inferior goods, normal goods, we can having. So law of demand show only the quality of the product, but as far as we are talking about the elasticity of demand, it's a quantitative statement because we can measure. Generally the elasticity of demand lies between 0 to infinity. So from the elasticity of demand we can measure the elasticity of in a product. Suppose the fall in price of a commodity from 500 to 400 and the quantity demanded for the commodity increases from 100 to 150, what will be the elasticity of demand? Similarly, if the price of a commodity if price of the wheat decreases from 20 to 18 and the demand for the wheat increases from 1500 kg to 520 kg, we can calculate the elasticity of demand. How can we calculate? Later we will discuss. So the difference in the first example, the price of the suppose the price of the headphone is decreasing from 500 to 400. So the demand is increasing from 100 to 50. So the change in the price is 100 rupees, but the change in demand is 50 rupees. In second case, the price of wheat is decreasing from 20 to 18 rupees. Only the change of wheat is 2 rupees, but the demand of the change is also only having 500 kg to 520 kg. So the change in demand is 20 kg. Third one example we may having, if the price of the salt is decreasing from 10 rupees to 9 rupees, the demand for the salt is increasing from 1000 kg to 1500 kg. In all these three examples, in first one examples there is a huge change in the demand. In second one example, the proportional change may be equal in both of some less change, but in third one example the price is 10% change, but demand is very, very slow change. So how much effect the change in the price to the demand? We will calculate in elasticity of demand. So the very first, What is elasticity of demand? Elasticity of demand is called percentage change in price. Here the percentage change in demand. What is percentage change? Percentage change is change divided by previous multiply by 100. Suppose price 10 rupees to 9 rupees होती है. If price is changing from 10 rupees to 9 rupees and quantity demanded is changing from 500 to 520. So if we want to calculate the percentage change, so here the change is 9 minus 10, that is minus 1. Here the change is 520 minus 500, that is 20. So the very first, what is the change? Percentage change. We have to calculate. If percentage change in price is change in price divided by price multiply by 100. Percentage change in quantity divided by quantity multiply by 100. So to calculate elasticity of demand, we will have it percentage change in demand, that is change in demand divided by demand multiply by 100. Change in price divided by previous price multiply by 100. We are having 100 to 100 cancel. So the elasticity of demand, that is delta Q by Q multiply P by delta P. We can write here delta Q by delta P multiply P by Q, that may be the elasticity of demand, or we can write P by Q delta Q by delta P. Both are equal. Here we have written P divided by Q in back side, and in this P divided by Q is in front side. So this is a formula for calculating elasticity of demand. So what the elasticity of demand? Elasticity of demand is nothing but the proportional change in demand divided by the proportional change in price. So we will have it, or we can write that percentage change in demand divided by the percentage change in price, that is called the elasticity of demand. Now the value of elasticity of demand may be lies between 0 to infinity, because elasticity of demand, what is saying here, the percentage change in price, percentage change in demand. Suppose the very first condition, percentage change in price is 0, there is no change in price but change in demand, so there will be infinite. Maybe it may be also possible there is a 10% change in price, but there is only, but the change in quantity demanded is 50%, the 5 is greater than 1. Third condition may be there is equal change, 10% change in price, 10% change in demand, so equal to 1. Fourth condition may be there is 10% change in price, only 2% change in demand, so 0.2. And fifth one, there is 0% change in demand, 10% change in price, so 0. So always the value of elasticity of demand is between infinity to 0. These all possibility may be having. If we are having 10% change, change in demand may be more than 10%, equal to 10%, less than 0%. So if we will calculate, the elasticity of demand is always between 0 to infinity. So elasticity of demand is defined the responsiveness of the quantity demanded of goods change in one of the variable or change in price. We can say that is the elasticity of demand. If we are having price elasticity of demand, their elasticity of demand may be 3 types. There may be gross income elasticity, there may be price elasticity. Suppose we are having the price change, so EP is price elasticity. Here we will get change in price, here change in demand. That will be called price elasticity. So change in demand delta Q divided by Q multiply by 100. Here delta P divided by P multiply by 100. So 100 से 100 cancel. So P upon Q delta Q upon delta P. If differentiation काम मिले, if differentiation is over there, so elasticity of demand is equal to P upon Q del Q upon del P. That is the differentiation method of here. We will use the first differentiation to calculate dQ by dP. That is also a method of calculating elasticity of demand. Second one, if income elasticity is over there, income elasticity percentage change in income, percentage change in demand. So delta Q upon Q multiply by 100 divided by delta Y upon Y multiply by 100. So it will be Y upon Q delta Q upon delta Y. That is income elasticity. That is price elasticity. Third one elasticity is called cross elasticity. Later we will discuss. In this video we will discuss only the price elasticity. What is the price elasticity and how can we calculate it? Calculate the price elasticity. We will discuss in very wide scope, that is called price elasticity of demand. Already we have discussed that elasticity, price elasticity, that is called percentage or proportional change in price. Percentage or proportional change in demand. This is change in demand divided by change in price, that is called the very first one. If change in price is 0%, but the change in demand is 10%, sometimes the price of commodity does not having any change, but we have to purchase more items, that is called. So here we will having elasticity, we will say it's a perfect elastic demand. Here there is no change in price, but change in demand is high. It means that is called perfect elastic demand, and for that the demand curve is in this way, the price remains same, but the quantity demanded is increasing from Q1 to Q2. So elasticity is infinity. That is called perfect elastic demand. When there is no change in price, but the change in demand is, so we will say it's a perfect elastic demand. Second one, it may be possible. Second one, it may be possible. We are having 10% change in demand price, but 50% change in demand, that is 5 is greater than 1. Here we will say it's a more than unit elastic, because the elasticity is greater than 1. That's why we will say it's a more than unit elastic. Sometimes the demand functions is like this. Here the demand, the change in price is very less, but the change in demand is very high. You can see here the change in price is only 10%, but the change in quantity demanded is 50%, or we can say Q1 Q2 is greater than P1 P2. So we will say elasticity is greater than 1. We will having this is more than unit elastic. Third condition, in third condition may be possible 10% change in price and equal 10% change in demand. So the elasticity is 1. We will say it's a unit elasticity, because this is equal to 1. So in equal to 1, the change in both are equal. The change in price and change in quantity is equal. Here you can say we can have it another one diagram. So you will learn what I want to say. This is the third characteristic of demand, that is, if change in price is equal to change in demand, so elasticity is one. We will say unit elastic. In diagram also you will see the change in price and demand is equal. Here the demand curve is over there. Firstly, the P2 price was over there, Q1 quantity was over there. The change in price is P1 and the change in quantity is Q2. Here is also 10%, here is also 10%. So P1, P2 is equal to Q1, Q2, so we will say its elasticity is 1. Fourth may be condition, the change in price is 10%, but the change in demand is only 2%, so 0.2 less than 1, we will say less than unit elastic. Here, less than unit elastic. So demand curve is like in shape. You will see the change in price is so high, but change in demand is so low. Here the 10% change in the price, but only 2% change in demand, Q1, Q2. So P1, P2 is greater than Q1, Q2. We will say the elasticity is less than when there is a little change than demand. Demand is changing 10%, but the price is changing 10%, but the quantity demanded is changing only 2%. So we will say it's a less than unit elastic. Demand is over there. Fourth may be condition. Last may be condition, that may be if price is changing but the demand doesn't change. Some of the goods, when the price changes but the demand does not change, that is EP, price change 10%, demand 0%, so that is 0. That is called perfect inelastic demand. In this, price is changing from P1 to P2, price is decreasing from P2 to P1, but the quantity demanded is not changing, so demand is 0. So we will say the demand, so this is called perfect inelastic demand. So we can write here, there are 5 types of the demand. First one is perfect elastic. That is E infinity. Here, when there is no change in price but 10% change in demand, that is infinity. So in infinity, the demand curve will be like this. There is no change in price, but the quantity demanded is changing from Q1 to Q2 is greater than 1. Second one, that is called greater than unit. Here, when the price is changed 10%, but the demand is changed 50%, so we will have 5 is greater than 1. So, in this condition, the demand curve will be like this. Change in price is less, but change in demand is high. That is Q1 to Q2. It's a 50% change. It is only 10% change. P1 to P2 is greater than 1. Third one is called unit elastic. Unit elastic, when the change in price is 10%, the change in demand is also 10%, so we will say it's 1. So that will be the change in price and change in demand is equal. Here P1, P2 10% change, Q1, Q2 that is also 10% change. E is equal to 1. Less than unit elastic. Fourth one is less than unit elastic. If 10% change in price, only 2% change in demand, so 0.2 is less than 1. So in this condition, the demand curve will be like this. Here the change in price is high, but change in demand is low. Q1, Q2, change in demand, price change P2 to P1, less than 1. And fifth one, that is called zero elasticity, or बोलेंगे we can say perfect inelastic demand. Perfect inelastic demand. Perfect inelastic demand. So change in price is 10%, but the demand is 0, so there is zero elasticity. We can write here. So we will say that the demand, elasticity of demand is between 0 to infinity. We can draw all diagrams in one single diagram. That is called is infinity. This will be greater than 1. E is equal to 1. E less than 1. E is equal to 0. That is perfect elastic. More than unit. That is unit elastic. Less than unit elastic, or 0. These are the various conditions of the elasticity of demand. So we can say the elasticity of demand lies between 0 to infinity. Now we will discuss what is elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand is P upon Q, change in Q divided by change in P. P is price. P stands for the price in ED. The very first. ED stands for the elasticity of demand. P stands for the original price. Q stands for the original quantity. Delta Q stands for the change in quantity. And delta P stands for the change in price. That will be called the elasticity of demand. Now we can having questions. What kind of the questions we can having from the elasticity of demand? Suppose the price of a commodity decreases from 6 to 4. The price of a commodity decreases from 6 rupees to 4 rupees, and the quantity increases from 10 rupees to 15 rupees. Quantity Q1 is equal to 10 rupees, quantity 2 is equal to 15 rupees. So the elasticity of demand, that is P upon Q, delta Q upon delta P. Here P is equal to 6, change in price, that is 2 rupees, quantity, the original quantity is 10, and change in quantity, that is 15 minus 10, that is 5. Original price P is equal to 6, change in price, that is 6 minus 4, that is 2. So the elasticity is P is equal to 6, Q is equal to 10, change in quantity, that is 5, change in price, that is 2. So 1.5. The very first I should earlier mention, the elasticity of demand is always negative. The price elasticity is always negative, whether we are writing minus or not, that will be treated as negative. Suppose here the decrease in price may be minus 2, so we will here write minus 2, so it will be 1.2. So if question is that if the price of a commodity decreases from 6 to 4, the quantity demanded for the commodity increases to 10 to 15. So the very original price is 6, original quantity is 10, change in quantity 15 minus 10 is 5, or change in price is 2. So whether we are writing minus or not doesn't matter, because the elasticity will be always negative. So original price is 6, quantity original is 10, change in price is quantity is 5, and change in quantity is 2. So the elasticity will be having 1 minus 1.5 or 1.5, because here we are having minus 2, so we can write the elasticity is minus 1.5. Whether we are writing minus or not, the elasticity of price is always negative, because the formula for this elasticity of demand, that may be P upon Q, delta Q upon delta P. Whether we are writing or not the original formula is minus P upon Q, delta P upon delta Q. So it doesn't matter whether you have written minus or not. If in answer they have given, then you have to write this, otherwise doesn't require for that. Second one, this question, second questions, if change in price is 5% and quantity demanded is 15%, what will be the elasticity? Second, change in price is 5%, change in quantity demanded, that is 15%. So the elasticity of demand is equal to change here, percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in price. So here change in quantity demanded 15%, change in price 5%. So the elasticity of demand will be 3. It's very simple to calculate. If this type of question you are having in your examination, you can solve this. Third one question, the price of the goods decreases from 100 to 60 per unit. Third one, this is second example. Third one, if price of a commodity decreases from 100 rupees to 60 rupees, the quantity demanded, and second one, the price of a commodity decreases from 100 to 60 rupees, the elasticity of demand is given. Suppose elasticity of demand is given 1.5, and given the previous one quantity purchased by 30 unit, then calculate the second one unit that may be having. We have to calculate this. What we have given in question, if change in price of a commodity decreases from 100 to 60 rupees, the previous quantity at 100 price, the quantity purchased is 30, and the elasticity of demand is 1.5, then calculate the change in quantity and second one quantity. It means we have to calculate delta Q and Q2. Here the elasticity of demand is P upon Q, delta Q upon delta P. Here change in price, that is 40. Okay. So we will write here 1.5, the value of elasticity is given. 1.5 given. Previous one 100 and the quantity is 30. Change in quantity we don't know. Change in price is 40. So we will write here 1.5 multiply 30 multiply 40, that is 100 delta Q. 1800 is equal to 100 delta Q. So the delta Q is equal to 18. It may change in quantity, that is 18. It will be 18 when, okay, Q1, Q2 minus Q1, that is change, that is 18. Okay. Whole we get the value. What we have done? We have given that price of a commodity decreases from 100 to 60. The previous one original quantity is 30 and elasticity of demand is 1.5. Then calculate the change in demand and quantity too. So we have calculated, putting the value we have calculated, delta Q is equal to 18. Delta Q is equal to 18. It means Q2 minus Q1 is 18. Q2 minus 30 is 18. So the value of Q2 is equal to 18 plus 30. So the value of Q2 is equal to 48. We can calculate this also. If we are having this type of questions, we can solve this type of the question also. Next one. So many types of the questions they can ask in the examinations in objective. So you may be having the command on this type of question. If the quantity demanded by a consumer at the 9 rupees is 800, when the price is 9 rupees, the quantity demanded is 100. if quantity demanded rise by 160, here the Q1 and Q2 is equal to 160, price is P1. Okay, and the price fall 25%. Price fall 25%. Then calculate the elasticity of demand. We have to calculate the velocity of demand. The very first, what the question is saying? Question is saying at the 9 rupees the quantity demanded is 100 and change in quantity demanded change is from 100 to 160 and fall in price is 25%. What is the elasticity of demand? So the very first, percentage change in quantity. So that is delta Q divided by Q multiplied by 100. So that is 60 divided by 100 multiplied by 100, that is 60%. So what 800 unit? Oh, okay. What he is saying? Question, there is a change in question. What the question is saying? Question is saying at the price of 9 rupees the quantity demanded is 800 and due to the 25% fall in price the quantity demanded change is 160. Okay, so the percentage change in quantity, that is change in quantity multiplied by quantity, that is 160 divided by 800 multiplied by 100, that is 20%. So elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity divided by percentage change in price. So that is 20% divided by 25%. So the elasticity of demand will be 0.8. This type of question may be also in your examination paper. So this, if this type of the question is over there, you can solve that also. Next one, fifth question, may be some more different example. Fifth number, a consumer buys 60 units of goods at rupees 4. At the rate of 4 rupees, he buys 60 units of goods. What the question is? A consumer buys 60 units of a goods at the price of 4 rupees. Suppose the elasticity of demand is -4. What the given? Elasticity of demand is equal to -4. At what price he will buy 60 units? Then what first is? First is a consumer at the 4 rupees it having 80. Question is this, at the price of 4 rupees a consumer buy the product is 80 rupees, the elasticity of demand is -4. Then on which price he will purchase 60? So change in quantity, that is 60 minus 80, that is -20. Change in price, the value we will calculate. So elasticity of demand is equal to P upon Q, delta Q upon delta P, that is -4. P is 4, Q is equal to 80. Change in quantity, that is -20. Change in price not given. So -4 multiplied delta P, that is 80 divided by 80. So P delta P, what will be? We will having 24 upon 80 and X minus a consumer buy 80 units at 4 rupees. Suppose the price elasticity is 4. Price elasticity is 4. Okay. Price elasticity is 4. Then how much? Then at what price he will buy 60 unit? Okay. So change in quantity is 20. Okay. and change in price is called, we can having delta P, or we can having this maybe X. So the delta is X minus 4. Okay. So what we have done, what the very first we are having P, this is 4, the value of P is 4, the value of this is 80, multiply change in quantity, that is 20, and change in price, that is X minus 4. We can write out delta P also, we can having delta P also, no problem at all. So the delta P is equal to 4 multiply 20 divided by 80 multiply 4. So the delta P is equal to 1 upon 4. Delta P may be X minus 4, that is 1 upon 4. 4X minus 16, that is 1. So 4X is equal to 17. So X is equal to 17 upon 4. So X is equal to 4.2. What we have done? We have keep all this in this. The value of this delta P is equal to 1 by 4, or we can having delta P is equal to 0.2. 0.25. We can having delta P. So delta P is equal to 0.25, or we can write here also. Suppose this is X, so the delta P is equal to X minus 4. So what we have done? We have done delta P is equal to X 1 by 4. So we have written here delta value of delta P, that is X minus 4 is equal to 1 by 4. Having cross multiplication 4X minus 16, that is 1. 4X is equal to 17. So X is equal to 17 upon 4. 4.25. So the value of X is equal to 4.25. It means the change in price is only 0.25, because that will be 4.25. Here also we are getting delta P, that is 0.25. This was also ready. So we can calculate from this type of question is over there. Then also we can calculate. Next one, you may be having some different type of the question also from the elasticity of demand. Suppose this is given, Q is equal to 50 minus 2P and P is equal to 10. Then calculate elasticity of demand. So Q is equal to 50 minus 2 multiply 10. So Q is equal to 30. Okay. Then Q is equal to 50 minus 2P given. So del Q upon del P, first derivation of this, that is minus 2. Then elasticity of demand will be P upon Q multiply delta Q del dQ upon dP. The value of P is equal to 10. The value of Q is equal to 30. Multiply minus 2, that is minus 0.67, the elasticity of demand. So from on the basis of the differentiation also, you can having a question from the elasticity of demand. Now methods of the elasticity of measuring the elasticity of demand. Methods of measuring elasticity of demand. The very first, flex percentage method. Flex percentage method, elasticity of demand, percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in price. Okay, so percentage change in price is 10, but demand is 0, they may be 0. Second may be, it is 10%, it is 2%, so there may be 0.2%, less than 1. Third may be, this is the 10%, this is also 10%, so 1. Fourth may be, 10% change in price, 50% change in demand, 5 greater than unit elastic. Maybe fifth may be, there is no change in price but change in demand, that is infinity. So this is the first method to measuring the elasticity of demand, that is called flux percentage method. Second one method is called point elasticity. It's very important. Second one method of measuring the elasticity of demand, that is called point elasticity. Point elasticity, elasticity of demand, upper segment, lower segment divided by upper segment. On any of the point we can measure the elasticity of demand by lower segment divided by upper segment, that is called point elasticity. If we measure elasticity of demand on a point, that is called point elasticity. To calculate the point elasticity, we will divide lower segment divided by upper segment, we will get the point elasticity. Here, suppose this is our demand curve and these are the points, point A, point B, point C, point D and point E. Suppose these are equal, okay, these all are equal. This is 1 centimeter, this is also 1 centimeter, this is also 1 centimeter and this is also 1 centimeter. So point elasticity is lower segment divided by upper segment. So how we can calculate the point elasticity? We can having this point elasticity, let us having this may be our demand curve and we calculate 4 equal parts. These all equal parts, A point, B point, C point, D point and E point. Price elasticity is equal to lower segment divided by upper segment. So elasticity on A point. If we want to measure the elasticity on A point, lower segment is A, divided, there is no upper segment 0. So 4 divided by 0, that is infinity. So elasticity on this point is infinity. Elasticity on the B point, lower segment is BE, upper segment is A. So here 1, 2 and 3 divided 1, 3 greater than 1. So the elasticity will be greater than 1. Elasticity on the C point, lower segment CE, upper segment CA. Here also 2 centimeter, here also 2 centimeter. So 2 by 2, that is 1. Elasticity on D point, lower segment DE, upper segment DA. So 1 divide 1, 2 and 3, that is 0.33 less than 1. Here E is equal to 1, here less than 1. Elasticity on E point, lower segment, nothing lower segment, upper segment EA. So 0 upon 4, that is 0. So the elasticity of this is 0. So in point elasticity, for calculating the point elasticity, what we will do? We will divide lower segment divided by upper segment. From any of the point we can calculate the elasticity from the method of the point elasticity. Okay. Now if curve is over there, how we can calculate the point elasticity? Suppose this curve is over there, we have to calculate elasticity. Here lower segment equal to upper segment, so the elasticity is equal to 1. Suppose on this point we have to calculate the elasticity on P point. We will draw a perpendicular. Here lower segment is greater than this. Suppose this is 5 centimeter and this is 4 centimeter. So elasticity is 5 upon 4, that is 1.2 greater than 1, that is greater than 1. So if we have to calculate the elasticity on any point. We will draw a tangent on that point and then we will calculate lower segment divided by upper segment. If lower segment and upper segment are equal, suppose this is 5 centimeter and this is also 5 centimeter, so elasticity will be 5 divided by, that is 1. So we can having, with the point method we can having the elasticity, point elasticity. For point elasticity we will having lower segment divided by upper segment, as we have already discussed. This is second method to calculate elasticity. Very simple method is over there. Againly I am repeating. What we will do? We will any point. Suppose we have to calculate here elasticity. Here lower segment 1, 2, 3, 4, but upper segment 0, so elasticity is infinity. Here 3 divided 1 greater than 1. Here 2 divided by 2 equal to 1. Here 1 divided by 3, 0.33 less than 1. Or here 0, because lower segment is 0, so the elasticity is this. This is that point elasticity. For the point elasticity, lower segment always divided by upper segment. Next one, that is arc elasticity. Third method, arc elasticity. For arc elasticity, our normal elasticity curve is P upon Q, delta Q upon delta P. If you have to calculate the arc elasticity, what we will do? P1 plus P2. Both price addition, Q1 plus Q2. Multiply Q2 minus Q1 upon P2 minus P1. We can having, this is the method of arc elasticity. P instead of P, P1 plus P2, Q1 plus Q2. Multiply, reverse Q2 minus Q1, P2 minus P1. That is the formula for arc elasticity. Arc elasticity means if we are to calculate the elasticity from A to B point, then we will say it's a arc elasticity, because here two prices over there and two quantities over there. Quantity Q1, here the quantity Q2, here the price P2, here the price P1. That's why that is called arc elasticity. But in point elasticity, only one price is over there and one quantity is over there. That's why we are, at that time we are using lower segment divided by upper segment. But as far as the arc elasticity is concerned, from A to B point we have to calculate the elasticity. So we will use the formula P1 plus P2 divided by Q1 plus Q2, multiply Q2 minus Q1 divided by P1 minus P2. This is the method for the calculating arc elasticity. In the starting we having some questions. The very first question was that price of the headphone decreases from 500 to 400. Demand for the headphone increases 100 to 150. So this is arc elasticity method is over there, because there is a change in price, there is a change in quantity. So the elasticity of arc elasticity, that is P1 plus P2 upon Q1 plus Q2. Multiply Q2 minus Q1 upon P2 minus P1. That is 500 plus 400 divided by 100 plus 150. Multiply 150 minus 100 divided by 400 minus 500. We can having this P2 minus P1. So the elasticity will be 900 divided by 250, multiply 50 divided by minus 100, that is minus 1.8. This is called, this elasticity minus, ignore 1.8 is greater than 1. We will have it. In this question, there is the change in demand is more than change in price. If you will see, there is 20% change, only 20% change in the price, but the change in demand is 50%. So the elasticity will be greater than 1 in this case. Second maybe. Second question at that time was given the price of wheat 22 decreases 18 and quantity demanded, that is 500 to 520. Here also we will use this formula. So 20 plus 18 upon 500 plus 520 minus 520 minus 500 upon 18 minus 20, that is 38 divided by 1020 multiplied 20 by 2. We can calculate this also. Now this is the method. We have discussed three methods of the price elasticity. That is, first one method was called percentile method. Second one was point elasticity. Third one is arc elasticity, and fourth one is degrees of elasticity. Already we have discussed that the elasticity lies between 0 to infinity. Already we have discussed for that. Next one, that is 1.37. For the common salt, a question was over there. When the price of salt is decreases from 9 rupees to 7 rupees 50 paisa, and quantity demanded increases 1000 to 1005. That was another one question. So elasticity of demand, that is P1 plus P2 upon Q1 plus Q2 multiply Q2 minus Q1 upon P2 minus P1, having 9 plus 7.5 upon 1000 plus 1005 multiply 1005 minus 1000 divided by 7.5 minus 9, and the elasticity will be having 0.027, less than 1, minus ignoring this. Now we have discussed all the three methods that is related with this. Now fourth one method of measuring elasticity of demand, that is called total outlay method. Fourth one method, total outlay method, that is given by Marshall. Okay, this says that if price increases, expenditure increases, price decreases, expenditure also decreases, then elasticity is less than 1. Price increases or price decreases, expenditure remains same, then elasticity will be 1. If due to increase in price, expenditure decreases, due to decrease in price, expenditure increases, then elasticity will be greater than 1. This is total outlay method. This method was given by Alfred Marshall. In this method they have said, if price of a commodity decreases and due to decrease in the price of commodity, if total expenditure of the consumer increases, then the elasticity will be greater than 1. If due to change in price there is no change in expenditure remains same, then that elasticity of demand will be 1. But if the price and expenditure remain change in same direction, it means if price increases, expenditure increases, if price decreases, expenditure also decreases, then the elasticity will be less than 1. We can learn this with the graph also. So you will be having clear a picture about the total outlay method. This here price is P1, then expenditure is E1. Price increases P1 to P2, expenditure increases E1 to E2. So here the elasticity is less than 1. Third one, the price is increasing P3 to P4, but expenditure remains same E3. So the elasticity will be 1. Fourth one, price is increasing, but expenditure is decreasing. Price is P5, expenditure is E2. Price is increasing P6, but expenditure is decreasing. So elasticity will be greater than 1. So you have to remember. One thing is to remember, if price increases, expenditure also increases. If price decreases, expenditure also decreases. It means these goods have less than unit elastic, that may be necessity. If price of wheat increase, expenditure will also increase. If price of wheat decrease, expenditure will also decrease. So we will say it's a necessity goods. So the elasticity will be less than 1. But if normal goods is over there, price will increase, we will having less expenditure. If price decreases, we will purchase more item, expenditure will increase. So E will 1. Third one, if price increase or decrease, we have same expenditure on the goods, then elasticity will be 1. This is called total outlay method, and which was given by Professor Marshall. Now we are to discuss these. We have discussed all these elasticity of demands method, that these all 4 method we have discussed on the elasticity of demand. In next video we will discuss the function, the items which having the effect on the elasticity of demand. I think this video will be very helpful to learn about the price elasticity